Yeah, because I think now it shows that that's connected.
What does dating mean?
Damn, we're stepping right into it.
Do we have to explain that? Or is it like a haha explanation? Like, oh, if I kiss. I think this room's warm enough.
Yeah. If it gets too cold, we'll turn it on again.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me know, okay?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Let me know.
Why does this always happen? The moment we start doing this, we're just like,
I know.
giggle balls. All right.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Quarter Life.
What did we plan? Wait, sorry, I missed that. Hey everyone.
Oh shit, I was not ready. I was getting my eye bogey out.
I feel like little angels. Like, you get a wish, and you get a wish, and you get a wish. Abracadabra.
Bro.
All right.
Okay, serious.
Is the hair looking okay?
Yeah. Just gonna flip
Oh,
that
shit.
part here. Yeah. Now he's laying.
Cool. That's fine. All right.
Okay, serious.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of
The Quarter Life Chapters.
I'm your host Annie,
And I'm Elle.
and we are so excited to have you back here with us for our episode.
What is it? I'm so glad to have you back here for another episode. I was gonna say Quarter Life Chapters again. I was like, this is my cue.
So Elle,
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
Oh my god. I feel like the start of last podcast, around the same time, I went to Malaysia, and this time around, I also went to Malaysia.
Oh, nice.
And I also celebrated my birthday in Malaysia.
Yes, happy
So,
birthday. Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
true, because I remember saying
The-
she's 25.
the
Yeah.
Mental frontal lobe
Frontal lobe
development.
development. Oh yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
damn.
deja vu.
How long have you been 26 for? Like 10 days?
Yeah, 10 days.
Oh,
10
shit.
yeah, 10 days.
How does that feel?
Honestly, I'm excited. I'm not afraid of aging.
I love that. Same.
And yeah, I just think it's like I think we've spoken about this before. I just think it's like an opportunity to experience more things,
Yeah.
and I'm excited.
I love that. I would say for me, life has been so much more fun since I have been 25 and plus as compared to before then. Because before then, let's say I was not having a good time. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was still having a good time, but I was also not having good times.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs.
Like
but,
life.
But post 25, it's just been a good time. Like touching the wood or whatever. But like, I think you just know yourself more. That's my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be controversial, but I don't think it is. I think it is the take. It is the right take.
It's the right thing.
So yes, welcome to 26. I'm very excited
Yes.
for you, and
You've experienced it. How was?
yeah, I think 26 was one of the best years of my
Oh my
life.
god.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I mean, we started the podcast.
Oh, true,
Technically, yeah.
true, when you were 26.
Yeah, so I would
Yeah.
say 26 was definitely a very good year.
That's what a year. Yeah.
Apparently, 27 is the year when all the sugar daddies wants to find their sugar babies, and 27 is the peak year that they look for the sugar babies.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro. I would love if you find a sugar daddy and then we go on a yacht.
Oh, I would love that.
So if you're rich and have a yacht and is open to meeting Annie's other friends,
Yeah,
please
please.
send us a DM.
Send us a DM. And on that, what is the topic for today?
Wait, I haven't asked you.
Oh,
What have you been up to?
what have I been up to? Fuck. Usually I am up to things, but this past few weeks I have not really been up to things. I have just been chilling. I'd say I have been doing a lot of self-care. So every Saturday, Sunday, I'm doing like face masks, slept very comfortably, like, you know, the cozy,
Yeah.
staying in kind of stuff. So I've been doing a bit of that. Been watching a lot of movies. I recently watched a bunch of Mission Impossible movies.
Oh.
Because I want to watch the newest one that came out. So
Yeah.
I caught up on the last two ones. I know, these are such nerdy things, but I've just been indoors the last couple of weeks. But I've loved it.
To be fair, it has been really cold, so staying
Yeah.
indoors, totally get it.
I think that's the main reasons why I have been indoor, because I hate the cold. Like, I really hate it so much. So I just want to stay in and just, like, not move out. So I've just been at home. Yeah.
That sounds like self-care.
Yeah, that has been a bit
I'll
of a
take
self-carry.
notes.
Yeah. Now this doesn't segue that well from the sugar daddy conversation.
That's true. You know what? Back to
the sugar daddy stuff.
sugar daddy stuff,
And
you
the
know,
dating aspect.
yada yada yada.
Yada blah blah blah. So
Yeah,
I think this is the best point to ask. Elena, what are we talking about today?
we're talking about dating.
Ooh.
Sorry, I don't know why I made that.
You are so excited to be talking about dating.
I just want to tea. Okay, so let me ask you, Annie.
Oh, okay.
What is dating?
I think dating and what it is considered in the
Yeah.
normal, like, dictionary terms is just going out with somebody on a fun activity with whom you have also romantic chemistry
Oh.
or something like that. I
That's
think.
such a nice way to put it.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But in the non-traditional or not dictionary way, I would say dating can be like a massive pain in the butt. Not for the reasons you think, though. More so because of how much brain capacity it takes sometimes.
Bro.
Look, it can be for that reason.
Yeah, it
too.
can be.
It
you
can
know?
be, and nothing against it.
If you,
If you like it, you like it like that.
yeah, I mean, the real G spot is in the butt. So,
You do have that information, what you will.
yeah.
But I feel like dating in current environment is a lot more stressful and not as fun and exciting as it's actually supposed to be. So I feel like dating at the end of the day is just like a way to meet new people who you can potentially have some sort of romantic connection with.
I think, yeah, I agree with you. At first, I was gonna make a joke of like dating means like kissing, kiss. If you like hold hands. But no, that was a really good description that I could have been like,
Okay.
I don't even want to make a joke because.
But we did make a joke. We did.
Okay, but cancel that. No, I agree with you. That was like a really nice description.
Okay.
And do you? Sorry.
Do you sorry? Okay. I do sorry.
Okay. Do you? You know how some people differentiate.
Have you ever seen that meme of Emma Stone talking to Andrew Garfield? You have to, because she's trying to tell him something. I can't even act it that well, but that is literally what it reminded me of. You should actually see it.
All right, no, okay. Should I ask a real question? Here's a real question. If you,
Yes.
what
Yes.
is, if you okay. Seriously, if you had a group of people, right, and you could just pick one by one, if you knew
That's
first-
literally us every episode.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
Yeah. No.
coming back to the topic.
You know what? Glad to know I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to the topic, right? So like, do you see the You're wheezing so hard. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, what does dating mean? And like, I just want to also clarify that this is dating and not in a relationship.
Yeah, we're not talking
Yeah.
about relationships.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the early stages of dating, figuring out what dating is.
Yeah, before you like ask each other to be boyfriend girlfriend.
Exactly.
and stuff. Okay, I think the next question is pretty important.
Mhm.
So how do you know when you're ready to date?
Ooh, I think a lot of people end up dating for the wrong reasons. They end up dating because they feel that maybe by dating somebody, suddenly their life is gonna get better, without making any active changes in their own life. So I think that is not a good place to date from, because then you're sort of trying to look for somebody else to complete you or fill up a void like in your life. And
I
I don't
agree.
think that you should have that sort of mentality when dating. So I would say, how do you know you're ready to date is when you're like happy in your life.
Yeah.
Like you have friends, you might have sense of self, you might be doing other things in your life, you have hobbies, you have activities, and then you're like, oh, sharing this with somebody else would be nice, would be great. Think about
That is a really nice way to put it. But yeah, like I was gonna say, like I have met people before where they're unhappy with their lives and then they want to start dating
Mhm.
and they expect the other person
Yeah.
to fill that gap.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
and I think that is such an unhealthy way to do it. And you have to I totally agree, you have to enjoy your own company.
Yeah.
Making sure that you love yourself because you don't want to go into a relationship to feel love.
Yeah.
Because yes, you do feel love, but then it also needs to come from within.
Because otherwise you're just inviting people who are kind of gonna feed from your insecurities. You won't be attracting the right kind of people in that case.
I also think there's another point, like making sure that you are over your past relationship. Because like you don't want to date someone to fill the void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to date because like you generally like this person and they like align with you. Like it's not a placeholder kind of situation. It's not like a fill in the blanks. It's
Yeah.
not that kind of situation. My eyelashes have been falling off a lot recently.
I think that means someone misses you.
Aww.
You just DM her.
Yeah, just text me or call me. Look, I feel like it's easier to say this when you're not in that spot, but I also know that when people are at that spot where they're like feeling lonely and they really want somebody, you're not thinking about, oh, I need to get my life together first, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you're ready to date.
Okay.
You're like, oh my god, I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've got so much cool shit going on,
Yeah.
and I feel like sharing this with someone, and
Yeah.
I'm ready to like feel a little love.
Okay.
Yeah. Where do you find the people?
Ooh, do we want to talk about dating apps? Because holy hell.
Like, how do you meet people organically? How do you like approach like dating apps, or like just
Mhm.
things to watch out for when you do date?
Yeah. Damn, I feel like these questions are things that I've been struggling, suffering, going through in my real life as we are talking. But I would say, I don't know. I think university, like if you guys are young and going into university, then I would say that yes, focus on your studies in uni, but uni is also a good place to meet people and like, make friends. And
Yeah.
like if you can meet somebody not on the apps but in real life, then definitely go for that. Like sign up to activities, hang out with people who share the same hobbies, so you get more of a chance to
Yeah,
talk
join
to them.
clubs.
Yeah, join a run club or like a book club or something like that. And I think that's a really good place to meet people. And then I think also, let's say you go to a club and you find somebody who's like kind of cute, ask them. And you don't even have to be like, hey, you're cute, do you want to go out with me? But more like, hey, what's your name? I'm this. Why are you taking this class? Or why are you playing this sport?
Yeah.
Like, it can just, the common stuff that brought you guys together can be the starting point of your conversation. And then have some chats with them and see if they actually, if you still like them after getting to know them. Because sometimes I know that you see people, you get attracted to them, but then you talk to them, you're not, like, she's not my vibe, So I think it's a good point to like start a conversation, see what that conversation feels like, and then just go from there.
Yeah, no, Annie, that was like really good points. Definitely, like, it helps when you have like a common ground. Like, adding on to that, just putting yourself out there. Like, don't be afraid, because like the most you can get is a no. If you ask them in like a really friendly way, then yeah, like you don't want to act like a creep.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
hey girl, you're so cute, whatever.
Yeah, just come back to my house with me.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But yeah, like just being friendly and putting yourself out there. Like, worst that can happen is a no.
Yeah.
Like, I always say that because it is true.
If you are not feeling confident enough to put yourself out there and chat with somebody, I'm not 100% sure if you're ready to date. I think when you're like ready to date, you are kind of confident on the inside. So when you're reaching out to somebody, they can sense that confidence. Like, oh yeah, you're cool. Like, you came up to me, you asked me out straight up, or like try to make friends with me. And this is not to say in the sense that you have to be confident, but like, let's say if you're not, you are a shy person, but your reasons for trying to find somebody is more like, I don't want to be alone anymore, then that desperation can be felt. I feel like, people can feel that, oh, this person is a bit desperate. So yeah.
And also, it's just like having that openness. A lot of people are just too afraid to do a lot of things. And like, but how are you gonna meet people or like date anyone? Like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely. I think just following from that, I will also say you can meet people IRL and all that, but I guess the world that we live in right now is very well online. So it would be like a missed opportunity if we don't talk about dating apps. I know a few people who have met on dating apps and that has ended up with like marriage or like long-term relationships. So it can absolutely work for a lot of people. If you don't really want a partner, but you're just like alone and you're in the dating apps saying I want a long-term relationship, like, don't lie. Like, don't put things on the dating apps that you don't actually want. Like, if you don't know if you want a long-term relationship and you're just trying to date around or like just, be a bit more casual, then put that on. Like, because I feel like a lot of people appreciate the honesty. Like, a lot of people appreciate honesty. Like, if you're not ready for marriage, then don't say that you are. Like, if you're not ready for a long-term relationship, don't say that you are. But if you still want to get to know people and you're like casual, then just say that you're casual. All right, Elle, so I guess we talked about what kind of dating is, where we can find people to date. So I think my question to you would be, what are some of the things that you'd say you should look out for when dating?
I think we should always have like a mental checklist of like what we want.
Yep.
Our partner.
Yeah.
I think through dating as well, you would know what you don't like and what you like.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of like an elimination where you're like, okay,
find your boo.
yeah, like, I don't like this, so I won't date this kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think cultural differences also play a very, very, very big part.
Yeah, that's true.
Cultural and like religion. Personally, I'm not religious, and I wouldn't mind dating someone religious as long as you don't like push me.
Yeah,
to
they're not
be...
preaching.
Yeah, as long as you're not like preaching to me and like wanting me to join your religion. But to each their own.
Yeah.
But I think these kind of stuff you should establish in the beginning of the relationship, and not when you're like, years in.
3 years in.
Yeah, like culturally as well, like and like geographically. You don't want to be doing long distance forever.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, like, I think my first relationship, I think I was like trying to be a Christian. That's probably why he left.
Were you trying to be a Christian for him?
No, okay, that was like my other guy. So like, the other guy, I was trying to be Christian for him, but then another guy where like I was already kind of Christian and then he wasn't, and like
he's like, hey, you love Jesus, I don't. Whoop.
But I was exploring. I was like,
you were dating, yeah. That's how you found out. You had to travel this path on yourself to figure out who you
I have
were.
my ups and downs. I have my I was gonna say Live, Love, Love. What's that Julia Roberts show? Eat, Pray, Love,
Eat, Pray,
Moment.
Love Moment, yes. Good movie though, you know? It is a good movie.
No, it was kind of sad, just like not knowing what to do and then getting a divorce.
But I felt like that movie was a coming of age for like somebody who's already come of age and has to come of age again. Like, like it was a very good movie that showcases that no matter how old you get, life is life, and sometimes you're still learning, and sometimes things don't work out, even though they seem like they might work out.
That's true.
Like it's learning and growing at every curve and stuff.
I think people forget that people don't feel their age.
Yeah.
Like you look at your parents, you look at your grandparents, and like you think they feel
they are 60 for the first time.
60
How
for the
would
first
they
time.
know what that's supposed to feel like? So I think I would also want to talk about some of like red flags. A lot of the red flags you can't just tell in the first few days. You are so wanting to make things work or like find a nice person to date with that you're not like looking at all the red flags at at that time. But I would say that that's why it's important to have a list of knowing what you like. I feel like another thing that people don't talk about that happens a lot is that because we as human beings are so wired to impress other people, when somebody else doesn't like you, you kind of take it as a challenge to then make them like you.
Right.
And I'm like, if you do that, your relationship is always going to be unequal. Then one person is always trying to somehow make the other person like them because they didn't like them. And I'm like, that is not the basis for like a long-term relationship. Like, if you feel like this person doesn't like you for you, don't try to change yourself. Don't try to become somebody else. Maybe they are not your person. And if you feel like constantly they do things that you don't like or you do things that they don't like and it's creating that sort of uneasiness, then don't date them.
Yeah.
Like, dating doesn't mean you have to suffer. Or relationships doesn't mean that you have to suffer. Like, if it feels like it's not good, then there's a high possibility it is not good. And you got to listen to your body and see the red flags, which again, the red flags may not be red flags for somebody else, but if for you they are, then they are very valid red flags. Like, you know yourself the best, you know what works for you, your love style, or you should aim to learn what works for you and aim to learn your love styles. And if somebody's not meeting them and not trying to meet them, then they might not be the person for you. So I think looking out for those things is important. Love bombing is one of them. Sometimes people just like come in so strongly and you immediately think that, oh my god, they are like in love with me.
I think love bombing is kind of scary. You don't see it at the time. You're like, oh my gosh, this dude is like the best. Like, obviously that's not gonna like hold up for the rest of your relationship.
How long can you keep pretending for?
Just like find like a normal amount of like.
I feel like anyone who just meets you and immediately is in love with you, like, what are they in love with you? They don't know your personality. They don't know anything about you.
At least like first date.
Like if somebody falls in love in the first date and is going like texting you obsessively and doing all of these things, and you can tell that you didn't have that deep of a conversation where you got to know so much. But even if you did, even then it's like love bombing is somebody trying to find a partner not for the right reasons. They're trying to find a partner for filling up whatever is missing in their life. That's why they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna give you all these things, I'm gonna show you all this love so that you're like, addicted, because love is addicting. Like, it's one of the biggest technically drugs. And if you get addicted to the love drug, and then once you get with them, and then they're like, oh, now I already have you, so now I don't have to put in that much effort. So definitely be wary of love bombing. It's a very big thing that does happen. Love is meant to be a fireplace, so it's supposed to burn slowly and evenly for a long time, and not a firecracker, which is meant to just burn and whoop, it's over.
Definitely. When you talk about the red flags, one thing that I want to highlight is the compromising part. Because like that you think it's a red flag, but it's just like a personality quirk.
Like a beige flag.
Like a beige flag that you can like put up with, or just like compromise.
How would people like figure that out though?
I think that comes down to like building boundaries.
True.
So you have your checklist, and like you know what you can stand, what you can't stand. Like for example, say someone having your location. And it's like, it's a red flag if that person has your location on all the time and tracking you. But it's like acceptable if he or she checks on you like once in a while just to make sure you're safe. But also like, and like personality quirks, right? it's like there are some things that you could put up with. You know, I'm not saying like, oh my god, if he yells and screams at me I can put up with it, but like, you know, something smaller. You know, same goes to like the cultural and religion thing. Like if it's something that you can try to put up with because you care about the person, then you should. But only at your own limit.
I think going back to what you said about boundaries is really important. I think knowing your boundary really helps with figuring that out.
So okay, if your partner doesn't want to share the location, but you want to see the location, right?
Yeah.
Then that's when you find like a middle ground.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
You can still talk about it. I think that's good. But if you have things you don't like and the other person doesn't listen, then that's a red flag.
Yeah. Like for like cultural example, right? If that person doesn't wear shoes in the house, then respect that.
Yeah.
Don't like hate on it. I think I want to highlight religion because it is such a big thing in personal lives that we don't really think about. So like we're not here to like make fun of the person.
Yeah. You need to have that respect for each other.
See, like some people can do that. Like I have a teacher who's like the biggest atheist.
Oh, okay.
And she's dating like a Catholic dude who goes to church every Sunday.
Yeah, wow.
And the way that their marriage has been like going on for like years and years, like 20 years is like kind of impressive. But yeah, just having that respect.
Yeah, I think it's really important. Sometimes I feel like when people, or I've seen a lot of people who get into a relationship and then either the boy or the girl will just start treating the other person as like a servant or like a maid. Like, you know, grab my bags or hold my things all the time. Like it's different when, you know, it's like, I don't know, you just know when it's okay, and then sometimes it's like, no, just hold my bag, or just do this, or just like bring out the car, or can you fetch me some water? And I'm like, they are not your servant. Like, you know, you are not meant to talk to your partner as though they're somebody who's gonna do things for you.
Yeah,
like, you know, they're not
like a slave.
Yeah, they're not extensions of your limbs. You know, they are people, and you gotta treat them like people. Yeah. I think one of the things that I want to end this like things to look out for is you can't fix people. I guess, like, especially if you meet up with somebody who, you know, you connect, you vibe, you are with them for a while, you know, maybe they're not doing all the things that they should be doing in their life. Don't feel like you gotta fix it for them. Don't feel like if they're not applying for jobs, don't apply for the jobs for them. As a person, you can be a supportive partner, you can be there with them, but you cannot fix life for them. The more you try to fix somebody, the more they're gonna resent you, because at the end of the day, people just want to live life the way they want to live, and they just want somebody to be there.
I think you can advise them.
Yeah, 100%.
And like,
yeah,
you know, tell them to do better.
You can advise them, but if they're not taking your advice, or like if your advice is good and they're still not taking it, and you're like, you keep telling them, hey, look, you should really do it, and they have got like a very flippant, like, if they don't care about it enough, why should you like care enough to the point where you want to help them? But if you can see that the other person is not taking your help, then step back. At the end of the day, you have to worry about your life more. And I'm not saying this in the sense that be selfish, but in the sense that support each other, lift each other up, but not to the detriment of your own growth. Grow together.
I think there are so many other things to look out for that I don't think we can cover in this episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Like stuff like feeling pressured to date someone. You should never feel pressured to date someone. But a lot of these signs that I think people should pick up early in, you know, the dating stage, because you don't want to like go date this person like 2-3 years down the road, and then realizing, oh crap, this is not the one. Oh shucks. I really respect the people who can leave early in relationships. Like if that relationship is not right for you, leave.
Only if you remove the things that are kind of holding you back can you create space for new things in your life.
I think just don't settle.
Yeah, just don't settle. If you know that you deserve more, and if you know that you are a great partner and you can be a great partner, just don't settle.
Also, don't ever think you can't find somebody better. So many people, they stay in a relationship and they'll be like, oh my god, I can't find anyone better. There's always someone better out there.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's where loyalty comes in.
Ooh, damn girl. Yeah, explain more.
Even if you're in a happy relationship, there's always someone better. But that's where loyalty comes in, because you choose to stay with them.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah. Like the grass is always green on the other side. Yeah. But it's green where you water it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, okay, like say you're in a relationship where you're like 90% happy. You're not 99% happy. Yeah. But then there's like 1% lacking. And you found that 1% in like someone else. Yeah. But that someone else is only 1%.
Yeah, that's true. You know? They're not the 99%.
But that's if you're in a happy relationship. Yeah. Right? But like if you're in a shitty relationship, just don't settle. Like I always tell my friends that. Don't fucking settle.
Yeah, if he's making you cry more than he's making you laugh, then don't settle. Right? We are saying he because we are women, but obviously it applies to everyone. Yeah.
So I don't think anyone can tell if my crush or friend likes me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
know?
Ooh. No, I don't think so. I feel like you can always imagine, oh, maybe they like me. Maybe
Yeah,
they
you're
do.
like,
But you really won't know. Yeah, you really
Yeah.
won't know until like you actually talk about it.
Yeah, I think the only experience is like in high school. I
Yeah.
realized like this dude keeps looking at
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
Why is this guy keep
But
looking
in
at me?
high school, it was kind of easier because they would just stare at you.
They would.
They
No,
would just
the way
stare at you.
I would stare at people.
Yes,
I have this very vivid memory of like me staring at this boy and head empty, okay? This girl was like talking to me on the side and I was like in my own bubble.
Oh my god.
And then she was like, hello, hello. And then like she waved at me and that was how I like broke out of
Oh
it.
my god.
But that's how you tell. You just
Oh my
stare at
god.
people.
No, this reminds me of a story of myself in high school. I had a guy I had a huge crush on, a year older to me, like in a year, like a different class, and his class was like across the corridor, but like a bit further away. So
Oh.
at the lunch break, I like stand at my door, chatting to somebody, obviously, but I'm really not chatting to them. Like they're saying me things. I'm like looking at his class to when he's coming out of his class, or he's going back inside his class, and then whenever I'll go to the bathroom, I have to cross that, so I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what we would do if we have a crush.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
I feel like everyone does that when they're young, though.
Yeah, I know. But now I
No,
literally don't
no.
know. My boyfriend now,
Yeah,
when we were like friends, I
Yeah.
didn't even know.
you didn't even know.
I didn't even know until like literally like a month later.
Yes, if I like somebody now, I'm gonna be extra rude and mean to them.
Oh my god, so you're that kind of hero.
No, I won't. I'm not that kind of a person, but I will be like, I'll just play it cool. And you know, when like I'll just play it way too cool, which will come off as though I'm being extra rude to them. I'm a simp.
Really?
I can't like I think people will still know if I like them because I'm a simp. I cannot hide it. Oh my god, in college I used to like this guy, and he would tell me, and great guy. We never dated, but we became really good friends.
Oh.
So slay for that. And he told me, I really struggle with waking up. Can you wake me up at 7 a.m.? And then every fucking day at 7 a.m. I would call him and wake him up so that he could come to class on
Stop.
time.
That's such a high school thing.
Yeah.
That's such a, that just unlocked the memory.
I was
bro.
19. I was like 18.
That's such a teen thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, oh my god, it's like a way of like,
Being
hey, call
connected.
me.
Yeah, hey, call me.
Hey,
And-
call me.
And I did, like, every fucking
Yeah.
day without fail, until one of our common friends was like, can you stop telling her to do that, because she doesn't know how to tell you no. And I was like, we never got together, but like I was so obvious like that I liked him. He knew I liked him, and it was like, okay. I'm glad that did not go anywhere, because very chill guy. And then I think that was the first 6 months of uni, but the next 1.5 year we were good friends and had a lot of
that's
fun
nice.
experiences, so that was a fun part.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shout out to you. Okay, so I think usually if you like somebody and they like you, something will happen. Like if there's nothing else stopping you, like there's no external reasons like religion or them having a partner or things
God.
like those stopping you, then there's a very high possibility that they will reach out and be like, hey, do you want to grab something? And then you guys can just go from there. But how do you make the first move if you have to? For example, with you and Kai, right? Like nothing was stopping you externally. So eventually you became friends and then he asked you out and then just like, kissed you and all that.
Yeah.
And then just progressed from there. But like, let's say if he didn't do that, how would have you approach it if you liked him?
Oh, if I liked him.
Yeah, if you like saw him, you were immediately developed a crush, playing it cool, being friends for a while.
I don't think I've ever made a move.
Ooh,
Have you?
I have.
I feel like
made
you
a
have.
move.
You're-
Yeah,
you're
I have
the-
made a move.
You're so like confident and bold.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what my move is, alright? If I do have a move, it would be replying to your story.
Oh, okay.
That's like a way to like slide into your DMs.
I'm thinking.
But
So
no, I don't.
I have not made a move on a person like fresh. Like I don't know. Wait. I just said words. But it's like, okay, if I know that they like me,
Okay.
or if I know for a fact, or if I get the vibe that they like me, only then will I make a move.
Right.
Like I'll never make a move if like I don't know if they like me.
But would you go see someone? Okay, if there's like a cute guy at the bar,
Yeah.
or cute girl at the bar,
Yeah.
would you go out and ask for their numbers?
Yeah, I would. Like if I think somebody's really cute, I will go up to them, and if I'm flirting, I'll be like, hey, you're really cute. You should ask me on a date.
Have you done that?
I have chatted with guys at the clubs,
Okay,
like when
okay.
I was a bit more younger, but I've had good conversations and I have kind of flirted with them. So I have technically like done the, going up and chatting with them, because like you get the vibe. Like if you're constantly making eye contact. That Glenn Powell guy, Remember from the girls'
Yeah,
night?
yeah.
Yeah. And so there was this cute guy, and we went on a
Was he
little
making
date.
eye contact
He
with
was
you?
making eye contact.
Oh.
If he wasn't with the girls, I would have gone up to him and been like, hey, you're really cute. But he was with girls, so I thought he had a girlfriend. Then why were you fucking making eye contact, Glenn Powell?
Yeah. Get out of my
Your
eyes.
eyesight. What the hell? Every time I'm talking to the girls, looking up, I'm like, what
Ew,
the hell?
you got a girl.
I don't know if she was his girl, but then she was sitting right next to him. And
Oh.
he did not stand up and say anything. So I was like,
That's
okay, I'm
true.
going to keep making eye contact with you. But if I know a guy likes me, and this is the move that I have made. So I was hanging out with this guy.
Mhm.
He took me out on a date, and then we were walking on the beach. And then this man, we are walking very close. And then at one point we stop and we look at each other, and we are chatting, like literally talking to each other face to face.
Okay.
And then he's like putting my hair
Oh,
behind,
cute. I love
doing
that move.
things, yeah. But then he's not doing anything else, right? And I know that he wants to kiss me, so I just kissed him.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my ex. That didn't work out, but you know, you live and you learn.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold this on my back. I want to crack it.
Okay.
Okay, that's all.
That just one time your neck cracked and we were like, whoa. Oh, that's oddly satisfying.
Okay.
But yeah, so make a move in the sense what feels like, for example, you know, you guys have been making eye contact for a while and things are going, like you're good friends. So you can always be like, hey, I am going to go shopping. Do you want to come? Or I'm going to
Yeah.
go watch a movie. Do you want to come? Like it can be such a basic thing. I think one of the things that we do overthink is that the person you date needs to be this third kind of relationship that doesn't exist, but it's like a friend who then becomes like somebody you also share a life with pretty much. But think of it starting wise, think of it as a friend vibe.
I
And you're
think
gonna
the
hang
friendship
out.
has to be there.
Yeah,
The
100%.
friendship is like
It's the basis. It's the
basis.
foundation.
It is, yeah.
Like I think I've seen people, or not to say that people can't be friends later, like after they get together, but for the most part, if it's not arranged marriage, then you do need to be friends first. Because I think either friends first or attraction, get together, then become friends. But you have to become friends because
Yeah.
you need to like the person you're spending time with. Like you love them and all that, great, but you need to like them. Like
Yeah.
spending time with them, like hanging out with them,
I agree.
talking about tea with them. Imagine your best friend. You need to have some sort of like a similar relationship to that.
Yeah.
Not to that level. Obviously, your bestie is your bestie.
Yeah.
Duh, no one's taking that spot, but they need to be like a very close friend to you. Yeah, a friend that you love. Yeah.
Speaking of like going on dates and stuff, right? I think dates should be fun. I think dates should be the best part of a relationship. I honestly like miss those dates where like I would go on and then be like early stages
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
relationship, right? Like, where I would like go on and be like, oh my god, like does he like me? Like
Little
the
butterflies.
the put your feet up like
Feet up giggling.
yeah, put your feet up giggling kind of part of the
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah, 100%.
And then you go on like these fun dates and you're like,
Or
that
something,
newness
yeah.
is so fun.
Yeah, for sure. I think dating should be fun. Like, if it gets to a point where you're like overthinking the heck out of it, don't. Like, it's
Yeah.
not meant to be that way. Just enjoy. Just like have a good time. Go to an amusement park. Like, go
Yeah.
on some rides or just do
Be, like,
things that you like.
spontaneous.
Yeah, be spontaneous.
Yeah.
I think some of the best dates that I've had have been spontaneous, fun dates where we like just laughed and chatted about life and
Yeah.
didn't think too hard or about too much. Yeah.
Conversation should like flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If it's feeling too, like, again, if it's feeling too resisting, like things are being, oh my god, what do I say next? Oh my god, what do I do next? Oh my god, what's happening? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that wouldn't end up in a good date. So a good date is a date where you're like just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's meant to be a fun experience. And if you end up finding your long-term partner, that's great.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Elle?
Final thoughts. I think that this is just me,
Okay.
right? Obviously everyone's different,
Mm-hmm.
but my principle is date for marriage. As in like you dating long term.
Yeah.
Like I'm not here because if you're not dating for marriage, if you're not dating
Yeah.
long term, you're dating for heartbreak.
So do you mean like, is it the same for people, let's say, if they don't know what they want? Or like for people who kind of know what they want?
I think, yeah, you know what? I think like people who know what they want. But then again, dating is a very trial and error thing. So
Yeah.
you do gotta like date. What I mean is like don't hold on to the relationship for like 2-3 years and then be like, nah.
Yeah,
You
agreed,
know?
agreed. I feel like if you're ready to get into a committed relationship,
Yeah.
like if you know that, oh, I'm dating this person because I eventually want to find a wife, then yeah, 100%.
I
Then
think
date
yeah,
for marriage.
the
Yeah.
commitment.
Yeah.
You know, you have to commit to the person because
Yeah.
like heartbreak is hard. You don't want to go through
You don't want to
that.
go through that.
But then
100%.
again, you also don't want to settle.
I would say sometimes it's okay to date for fun. especially if you're like young, or you came out of a really long relationship, and you don't think you're ready for commitment. So long as that is expressed and agreed upon by the other side.
Yeah, and you don't get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, which is kind of impossible if you're like two people are involved. Obviously, feelings are gonna be created. But like, let's say you have a chat with somebody like, look, I'm not looking for something long term. The other person's like, yeah, I'm also not looking for something long term. And then you date. That's okay, because you guys have discussed this, right? But if you're like dating because you want a partner, then 100% agree. And I think I want to leave it with the fact that we did talk about a lot of romantic based things, but do not forget the not romantic love in your life. Like, just because you're finding a partner, or just because you're going on dates, doesn't mean that you forget your friends or your family, and like, always spend time with them, because they are technically your first interaction towards what love is. This is how you know love. Yeah,
The
like
platonic love.
like your love through your mom. Like, that's how you start. Then you know your love through your siblings. That's a follow-up. Then you meet people in school and become friends, and that's your next love. So never forget like these relationships in your life just because you have like a partner. And I feel like a good partner will not only want you to hang out more with your family and other people you love, but also want to spend time with them with you.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one.
That's so nice.
That's so sweet. Oh. But yeah, like, just love is good and love is nice when it can be done in a healthy way where you love and support one another. And I feel like, be brave. The world is your oyster.
Okay, I think that's all we have for you
Yeah.
today.
And we hope that you enjoyed the episode, and we will see you. Actually, before that, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the comments box, I guess.
Yeah.
And if there's anything specific you want to hear, or you have messages or letters or whatever. I don't know what I'm going on. Like, we are like some 1 million follower YouTube channel.
Okay, here, let me help you. If you have a comment, drop it there on the comment box. If you have anything that you want to hear, drop it in our DMs.
Yeah.
Because we would like to hear from you.
Yeah, exactly. We would love to hear from you. All right, I think that's a good spot
Yeah.
before I start rambling more.
Okay, thank you, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Okay.
Oh my god.